Welcome, guys. We're really happy to have you on our show.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Are you a bit tense, nervous?
Yeah. A little.
Yes?
A little.
But why?
I don't know.
Okay, it's okay. We're just having a chat, okay? We just wanted you to come here so that we can just ask you a few questions about what it's like at home. You have parents, you live with parents, and some of you have siblings, etc. Before we go any further, maybe you can introduce yourselves to us. So, what's your name?
My name is Simnan, and I attend Triano campus, and I'm in grade 5.
Great. And you have brothers, sisters?
Yes.
Tell us.
My little brother is Salman, and he's 3 years old, and my sister Zarina is 6 years old.
Great. Thank you, Simnan.
My name is Ria. I'm in grade 5. I have no siblings and I live with my parents.
Great.
My name is Radha. I attend Dukesbridge Primary School. I'm in grade 6 and I have no siblings. And I live with my parents.
Great.
Cool. So we've been discussing at school the theme happiness this year because we really want to make sure that we explore happiness and what it means to us and everything like that. And I wanted for you to share, as a way of starting, a memory that you have of something that makes you really happy that you did with your parents. Do you have one that you can share with us, Simnan?
Yes. Me and my mom just go out and we go buy some stuff. Then we go to a park, like Eben Park. Then we play. Then we go back home.
Just the two of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So why is that a happy memory?
Because it's happy because my brother and my sister doesn't really annoy me.
So they're not there with you?
No. I like being alone.
And you have your mum all to yourself?
Yes.
That's a happy memory. Great.
That's great.
Radhakrishnen.
My happy memory when my mom and my dad surprised me with a birthday party at Town. They invited all my cousins and they invited all my friends and best friends to my party.
Awesome, that's a great memory.
My best memory is when I was with my parents. We got a trip to Rodrigue, and then it was my first time on the plane and I loved it so much.
That's really cool. How did it happen?
I was at school. My parents were packing up without me knowing, and then when I came back from school, they told me we are going to Rodrigues tomorrow. Start packing more of your things that you want, and then tomorrow we left at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow, that sounds really exciting.
And the trip is that something that you will always remember, like a trip? And it was just with you, your mum and dad?
Yeah, and his parents.
Great. Anyone else has had any trips abroad with their family?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Well, we're planning to, this year, maybe on November, December, we might go to Reunion Island or England.
Okay, nice.
okay.
How was it like when you were spending that trip with just your mum and dad? Was it a bit boring because your friends were not there?
Yes, it was on the plane because you just have to sit and you have nothing to do.
Yeah.
And I'll just look around and then I'll just play I play with my parents. We play games while talking.
Yeah.
Who cooks at home for you?
My mom, mostly.
Mostly my mom, me also.
My parents together.
Together?
Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes I also cook with my mom, to do omelette, and noodles. I know how to cook noodles and egg.
Very good.
Sometimes when they are also tired, I can cook for them.
Oh, that's
I
lovely.
cook for my parents. I know how to fry egg, omelette, do macaroni.
Very nice.
Okay.
So, when your parents cook and feed you, do you enjoy everything that they put on the plate for you?
Not everything, but
Mostly.
my favorite thing was omelette and noodles. They're my favorite
Great.
dish.
What about vegetables?
I actually love vegetables, when they are in soup, I extremely like it, and when they are made by my father, he doesn't like cooking, but I see his cooking extremely great actually.
Oh, that's cool.
Me, when my parents cook vegetables, I love all of the vegetables, but when I don't like something, I won't tell them because they might feel bad. So I'll just leave it aside and then I'll make as if I'm eating it. And then I'll just hide it under the rice.
But Simnan, you don't like vegetables, you told us that.
No, I don't like vegetables.
Okay,
Only
and your
in
mom
soups.
tells you need to eat the vegetables
Yes,
because it's
yeah.
good for you.
Only in curry I like vegetables and soup.
So when your mom tells you, well, it's good for you, Simnan, you should eat this. So what do you say?
I said, okay, I'll try some. But even though I don't like it, I force myself to eat it. But put a lot of curry and rice to don't get the taste in it.
Okay, what about sleep time? Do you have a set bedtime every night, all of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I go to sleep, I ask my mom to scratch my back because I get very sleepy when they scratch my back.
Okay.
Because I don't get sleepy easily.
Okay, so she has to help you go to sleep.
Yeah.
What about your brothers and your brother and sister? She has to do
My
that as well?
sister, she can sleep
Okay.
like very easily. She can sleep easily.
Yeah.
My brother also can sleep easily. He can sleep at any time.
Okay, so you're the one that needs a bit of help to
Yeah.
doze off. Okay. What about you, Radhakrishnen?
I have a bedtime. It's maybe around 9.
Okay.
But when I'm in school and when I'm extremely tired, in the van I sleep a lot.
Okay.
Maybe the whole trip till Dukesbridge Primary till my house. I
Wow.
sleep.
So you can sleep in the van. Wow.
Yes. Actually, before I was playing in my van because I was super energetic, but in grade 6 it becomes a lot tiring.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Me, I usually sleep at 9, but sometimes it already goes at 10 because I don't feel sleepy.
Okay.
And then I tell my mom come on the bed and then chit chat with me.
Okay.
But in the morning I wake up physically and get ready to come at school because school makes me happy for me to meet my friends.
Let's talk about what happens when things don't go, like when things are not always happy. Say, for example, you've done something wrong and your parents have to correct you, or that you have to get disciplined for something. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Like, Simnan, do you have any? I'm sure you're a good boy. I know that you are. But, you know, we all do things that are sometimes incorrect, and our parents can scold us or things like that. How do they correct you at home?
Like one time my brother wants to play with me with my Legos. Legos are very fragile. He might break it into pieces. So I told him not to play. He got angry, then started crying. Then my dad come and told me, why didn't you let me play? I told him Legos are fragile. I can't let him play. He told me next time you should build one for him which is a bit safe and let him play.
No, that's very nice. And how did you feel about that?
A bit sad.
Yeah. Why do you feel sad about it?
Like my dad scolds me and I feel a bit sad. So to make me get cheered up, I just go take my tablet and start watching my favorite movies.
Okay, so you have some time out for yourself and you just, How long does it take you to want to talk to your dad again?
10 minutes.
Okay. Oh, that's
Has any one of you ever had a situation where you're so upset at your parents that you're like, I can't talk to anyone. I just need to be in my room.
Yeah.
Yeah? What about Radhakrishnen? Never?
I know sometimes I do get like very annoyed by my mother and father, and I don't want to talk to them, but I don't remember the times because they were long ago.
Okay, that was a long time ago. Okay, Ria?
Yes, sometimes because sometimes when I do not do something wrong, I accept that I did it wrong, so I'll go ahead and tell sorry. But sometimes when I don't do something wrong and then they scold at me, and then I don't like to talk to them like for some minutes. But
Yeah.
And do you cry? How do you show being upset?
I don't cry. I try cheering me up by coloring or drawing or watching my tablet.
I asked my dad if I could eat ice cream on a very hot day, and he says no. I tell the second try, can I eat ice cream? He says no. Third try, I asked him the same thing. He said no. Then I got so upset. I went in my room to do my work or just do something. Then when I came out, he said, Simnan, what are you doing? I said, I'm just going in my room. Then after some minutes, I just be like a bit like moody. Then after some time, like 30 minutes, then I cheer up by looking at my iPad too again.
Okay.
So, do you think that it's important for your parents to be physically present at home for you to be happy?
Yes.
You said yes, you said no. Let's hear yes first.
Because I ask them to play with me, then they play with me. We also play like catch me if you can, under trois soleils in the garden.
So your mum and dad would actually play with you?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
that's
sometimes
nice.
my dad gets easily tired, so he just goes up and just watch his phone as always. And my mom, she plays with me more.
Okay. And you enjoy that moment
Yes.
when they're actually physically playing with you?
Yes.
Radhakrishnen, you also said yes?
Yes. I love when they're physically playing with me because my dad most of the time doesn't play with me, but when he does play, I love playing with him, just like I love playing Monopoly and like board games with my parents, and that's why I say that they must be physically here. And my mother is trying to be more physical because most of the time she comes late, so she's trying to come earlier so then we can play a bit more.
And me, I like it when my parents are at work. I don't need them physically at home because when they're at work, they're working for our whole family. And then they buy a lot of things for me, and I want them to buy things for them also to be happy. Yeah, and then my dream one day is when I come air hostess, and then when I will get my money, I'll pay a trip for them.
Oh, great.
That's a lovely idea.
So you mentioned something about your parents working late, and so you understand that they're not physically with you at home. So Radhakrishnen, has that ever happened to you that your parents work late and you don't see them?
For my mom, her work is at Port Louis and it's pretty far for our house, so multiple times she does come late, but I can see why, because she's working for our family.
Okay. So, and when that happens, do you feel like you're missing out on something?
A bit, yes, but I know why, because she's working hard for our family.
What does she do?
She works actually for the World Health Organization, and she most of the time she does shifts and comes late, but when I can understand because she's helping other people by telling what they must do for them to stay healthy.
Oh, that's great.
And Ria, I think you were saying before how your dad is, he works on shift system, right? So sometimes he works and comes home in the middle of the night, and sometimes he's coming home very early. So how do you feel about that?
I feel sad, but I have to understand that he's working for us. Then for us to have food and stay at home together.
And the
And then-
times when he is home, it's enjoyable for you, right?
Yes, enjoyable, but he does have to complete some works. Like he has to complete shifts for other workers.
Okay, all right. Sometimes he has to fill in for other friends. Okay.
Another topic that we wanted to talk to you guys about is what happens at home when people fight. So I suppose, people fight sometimes, right? They have arguments sometimes. Does that ever happen in your place? And then How do you feel when that happens?
Yes. Sometimes my dad and my mom fight because I don't know why, for some reason they start doing an argument. Then I tell them, stop and calm down, just go and watch some TV and no fighting.
Is that what they say to you when you fight with your siblings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fight with my sister because she's always annoys me all the time.
Yeah. But even sometimes when people are married and they love each other, they can annoy each other all the time, and it doesn't.
Like my dad annoys my mom mostly all the time.
It's normal.
In sleeping.
How do you feel when your parents have an argument?
I feel sad, but they have an argument because when my dad does something wrong, my mom is like, don't do that, fix it again. And then my dad was like, I can't do more. And then my mom, they start fighting, not physically fighting, but a small argument, and then they like cheer up again by working together as a team.
Yeah, that's cool.
Actually, for me, I don't know actually when my parents are fighting, because most of the time when I think they're fighting, they tell, no, we are just telling something or chatting. So then most of the time I'm just like, when is it a fight or is it not? Because I don't know.
I can totally relate to that. I think they're probably just having an argument, but in strong words, and they don't even realize that it sounds like a fight.
So when you fight, okay, before Simnan you mentioned that you fight with your siblings, but you guys don't have siblings. Do you ever tell your parents about what you encounter at school, maybe your friends? You know, you had a disagreement with your friends, maybe cousins.
Yeah, like Arnav is my friend since grade 1. He always fights with me and says he's the boss of everything. He has bossy like moves and he takes over all the things.
So then you talk to your mom and dad about it.
I tell my mom that Arnav is a good friend but very bossy.
Okay, so then what does she advise you?
She told me to not be his friend. No, not that, but I don't want to be his friend because he always fights with me.
Okay.
And my mom tells me, she says it's okay, she will cheer me up by buying like some things for me.
But it's okay because in life, you know, you will get conflicts, right? And then how do you go about resolving those conflicts and without just avoiding them? Okay, you can either choose to avoid them or you can actually go and talk to that person.
I never got a fight with my friends because they always support me and play with me. Even when they fight with me, I don't go and complain with my parents because the next day we have a talk and then we solve it. But my best friend is Aisha and Liana.
Okay.
Because Liana had been my friend since I was small, 2 years old.
Great. So I wanted to ask you this. Do you think your parents are proud of you?
Yes.
Why? Do they tell you that?
Because sometimes for the spelling bee competition I won and they were so happy with me.
That's really cool. And I think they were
And
also
I
loved.
do also my work by myself, which is sometimes a bit hard, but I try and get it along. And then she's proud of me.
And I think they were also really happy with you. You were one of the main characters in the show last year.
She was very proud of me and she bought me many cool toys.
Wow.
And when your parents say, I'm proud of you, do you think that means a lot to you?
Yes.
How do you feel at that moment?
I feel very happy.
Great. And do you think that it's important that they tell you that? Or do you already know that they are proud of you?
I know that they are proud of me because every time they say, but they always tell to put the goal higher every time. If like I go to this goal, they put the goal higher. Like if they say, be like great in your studies, when I become great in my studies, they always put it highest, and then I become better in like the thing that I'm doing. They are trying to push me up.
And when that happens, how do you feel about this? Are you feeling a bit like nervous and under pressure? Or you're like, yeah, I think they know what I can do and they get me to do better?
I think that they know what they're making me to do, because each true I must learn how to make it better, and every time make it better and better. But I also think that they're putting a bit too much pressure, because how people say we are still kids. When we are adults, then we'll be the true.
Great. Okay. We get you.
For spelling bees, my parents knew I'm not that good in French, but they told me I will make it one day. When we had a spelling bee for French, there were 16 words. So I finally scored 15 over 16. And then I asked my teacher if I can bring my copybook home to show my parents. She told yes, and then when I showed that to my parents, they hugged me.
Yeah.
And they are really proud of me, and I tell them that means a lot.
Yeah, that's great. It's so good to have encouragement, isn't it, when you do something, when you, even if scores are not perfect, but you're making progress. I think that's really important in being happy.
Do they ever tell you, I want you to become a doctor one day, I want you to become a lawyer, or I want you to become this or that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
She wants me to become like anything I want.
Okay.
And what do you want at the moment? What is it that you want to do?
A doctor or pilot, but mostly a pilot.
Okay, cool.
Ria?
I want to become an air hostess. My parents told me that they want me to be a doctor, but I'm like, but I want to be an air hostess. And then they're like, it's fine, follow your dreams.
Yeah.
And they will be happy regardless of what you do.
Yes. But they tell me that I have to study well for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Radhakrishnen, what about you?
I want to get like being an IT officer, because I love things online and IT, because I want to be an IT officer, and my mom and dad are actually encouraging me to become what I want to become.
That's cool. Yeah.
If you had to pick, let's say you have one weekend alone with your parents, okay, at home, or somewhere else, what would be the best activity, the most important, or the one that will give you a lot of happiness that you would want your parents to do with you?
Going to the hotel.
With your parents?
Yeah.
Mostly travel or go to a restaurant to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I will love like playing games with them and having different activities like playing footballs and games like that we all can play together.
Okay. And what other games do you like to play with your family?
We love playing Monopoly and Pictionary.
Oh, cool.
Simnan, I wanted to ask you a question because you have siblings, right? So you don't yet. So because you're the eldest child, so when your brother and your sister came along, did you ever feel that, oh, I'm not having mum and dad to myself anymore, so therefore I'm going to be neglected, or they're not going to take care of me anymore? Did you ever feel that?
No, because I understand they need to take care of my brother and my sister. They need to feed. My parents need to feed them, take care of them. But I'm alone. But I understand that they also have time. They also had time with me, but now it's my sisters and brothers' turn to have time with my parents.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. And what about for you, Radhakrishnen? You don't have siblings at the moment. No. How does it make you feel? Are you okay with it, or?
I'm a bit sad because most of the time I'm a bit lonely because my dad most of the time is with his mobile and my mom is most of the time working, so I'm a bit alone. And when they tell me to do my work, I do it, but when I'm like alone, I love looking at watching TV and trying to distract myself so that I don't get bored or alone.
Okay. And how about you?
My parents are usually at work, and my dad usually looks at his phone. My mom sometimes works from home, so they don't get time. And then I'm like, I want a brother or a sister to make me happy, and then they're like, soon.
Oh, all right. Here's another question. What do you think makes your mum and dad happy? Simnan, do you have an idea?
Yeah, so sometimes my mom and dad mostly buy things for me, but then they're also a bit sad because they don't have many things. So for a festival of Eid, I got money. So sometimes I give them money to buy some things, like I give them money to add with their money, then go buy their things for themselves.
Okay, so you think things can help them to feel happy?
Yes.
Okay. Anything
And
else?
also by doing my work and winning spelling bees competitions.
Okay, all right. And what about playing nicely with your brothers and sisters? Brother and sister.
She's very happy with that.
Yeah, I think.
Only if I take care of them while she cooks and put the clothes up to dry, and mostly she does a lot of things.
Oh wow! I think all of those things that you just said would make your mum very happy. And what about your dad?
My dad is mostly on the mobile, and I mean always on the mobile.
He's probably got a lot of work on there.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a lot of work, but he spends most of the time on his mobile. And when I asked him for his mobile, when my tablet is dead, I asked him for his mobile. He says, no, go do your work, and then I will give you. When I finish my work, I ask him. He says, no, my battery is so low, I need to put it on charge.
Okay. All right, Ria, how about you?
What makes your mom and dad happy?
When I accomplish my works by myself, I win spelling bees. I do my works by myself, and then that makes them so proud of me.
Every time for an event, my father always gives some things to my mother and always tell me to give something to her, and she likes when we give her things.
Okay.
Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Yeah.
What happened for Valentine's Day?
For Valentine's Day, my father gave my mother a toy, a hot plushie.
Very cute. Okay.
So you said, when you do things, it makes your parents happy. But do you think your parents will still be happy with you and still proud of you, even if you don't do any of those things?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah? How do you know that?
Because most of the times I do a lot of things, and she's also proud of me.
But if you don't do any of those things, do you think they'll still be proud of you and happy?
Yeah.
Why?
They are proud with me because they told me whatever what, we will always be proud of you. And even if you don't do anything, we are here to support you, and we will always be proud for whatever you do in life.
Yeah.
So they love you as a person.
Yeah.
They don't love you for everything that you do or
Yeah,
don't do.
they love me for like
The person that you are. Do you think that's true, Radhakrishnen?
Yes, I think because every time they say you can do something, but you have a limit to what you're doing. Because every time I can't keep just doing one thing but not doing the other. We must. They always say we must balance what we are doing. So I think that I can do something else, but I must also do something that's good also.
So you said before, Simnan, that you want to become a doctor, or your mom wanted you to become a doctor, and you said that you're probably wanting to become a pilot. What if you don't achieve any of those? What if? Okay, what if you don't become a doctor or you don't become a pilot? Do you think that your mom will still be proud of you? Yeah?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
Because she's mostly all of the time she's also very proud of me.
Because she loves you.
Yeah, she loves me a lot.
Okay, guys, so what are you happy about today?
Today, we get to come here and start talking about what we like.
Yeah, cool.
And I feel very happy.
Oh, what about you, Radhakrishnen?
Today I feel like it's good because I'm getting to do something else than my usual hobby, and I'm getting to explore in new things like in this hotel and other things.
Cool.
I like it because I'm not doing any subjects and I get the time to express my happiness.
Oh, that's great.
And that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Great. So if you had to have one word that you wanted to tell your parents today, what would it be?
To go and have a trip again.
Okay.
To have a trip to come back here and stay for 3 or 2 days.
At this hotel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want that. I wanted to tell them that if we can, I want that we go to Seychelles, and if after we come to this hotel because I love this hotel and everything with it.
Great. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys, to be here today. It's been a pleasure chatting to you, and I'm sure that your parents have been listening, and other parents too, and have learned a bit more about what makes you happy.
Well done, everyone.
Thank you.